Models, I know you've been looking forward to this one for a while. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get underway with the V8s.
Zak Hudson in the 65 off pole position. Carter Armstrong the 35 alongside of him. Michael Jenner out of P3. Todd Bailey out of 4. It's Harper and Moran. Green flag and we are racing. Good jump from Armstrong into turn number 1. He gets the lead early. Todd Bailey goes around the outside to pick up the second spot. Moran from the rear of the field now. He ends up in position number 3 at the end of lap number 1. Armstrong, bounces his way to turn number 1. Look out! Big contact and over goes Hudson.
Carter Armstrong getting it all crossed up and Zak Hudson nowhere to go. Up and over. Ladies and gentlemen, he climbs out. Put your hands together for Zak Hudson. Wow. Carter Armstrong out of the car as quickly as possible to go over and make sure that Zak was okay. Nowhere for Zak to go. Mick Jenner will wait until he gets the green light to move away. That car precariously sitting on the backside of the 6. He'll sit there with his foot on the brake. Brodo, you got Zak?
Zak's out of the car and A-OK. Good to see. Letting the family know over there in turn number 4 as well. Helmet off, mate. You just said it's a bucket list item. I don't think that's a bucket list item you want to have.
Unfortunately, no. I've been racing since I was 9, so I'm 22 now. So I've had a pretty good innings for not having it upside down, but obviously, as I said, it's not a bucket list item, but it's done now. So we'll get it back to the pits and see what we're looking at, and we'll go from there.
Obviously disappointing, mate. Nothing you can do in that situation, setting into turn number 1, but race car, look, a little bit of the rear end hanging off, a lot of panel damage, but hopefully not too much underneath.
Yeah. Nah, look, we'll have a look and see what we're looking at, and we'll hopefully make it out. Maybe not. We'll go from there.
Tough luck, mate. Good to see you're out of the car and A-OK after a big hit.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
There he is, Gladstone. Put your hands together for him. Zak Hudson out of the race car and OK.
Carter just got that outside right up in the slippery stuff, mate. Nowhere to go, and there's nothing worse when you're in front of the field.
Nah, that was my fault. It just stalled on me going in the corner, but I thought I was right, but obviously didn't get out of that one. But our night's done. Mainly like thank Dad, we bust our ass, but...
I only did a few laps around this surface, but what's your first take at the track? Gladstone Speedway, late models, it looked hooked up.
Yeah, mate, she's hooked up and it's going to be some fast racing. This thing, like, you run it out to the fence, you know, let it cushion up, and then, you know, we're going to have some fast racing here for the feature race. So, especially these Americans coming out and everything, you know, they're going to be up against the fence come feature race time. You know, there's a lot of moisture out there, so it's going to be fast.
Disappointing way to end heat race number 1. And boy, oh boy, some torn up race cars. And there'll be a lengthy red light here as they've done a good job to flip that car back over. And unlike most cars, you can't just roll it over like you would have E-Dub Beetle with these things. It takes a lot of very precise movement, precise lifting to get these cars up and rotated over. So the crash crew have done a very good job there of making sure they minimise the damage on the 65 machine. We might take some beats, some music, and we'll be back to the action very shortly.